Hello, my friends. For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Magic Hat Brewery's number 9. So, I picked up the Magic Hat Halloween seasonal sampler a few days ago. And basically, since today is the last day of September and we're getting into October now, I'm going to start a lot more heavily doing the Halloween beers, like, you know, your pumpkin beers and stuff like that. So I have a sampler here to show you, and we're going to go through them back to back to get through the Magic Hat sampler, and we're going to start with one of their more kind of humble brews. This is like Magic Hat's flagship beer, and that is number 9, and it is a not quite pale ale is how they describe it. As far as an ABV goes, it comes in at 5.1%, which is decent for what this is. It's a little higher than a standard domestic. Most standard domestic are kind of like at 4.3 to 4.5. You could definitely session through a lot of these and probably be all right. It says not quite pale ale. The ancient ritual of brewing a distinctly rich and flavorful beer is a performance to behold. Our mysterious melange of time-honored ingredients harmonize with chaotic chemistry, humble patience, and blind faith to create unique beers to share in the rousing company of kindred spirits. Cheers. Interesting wording on that. So, this is a performance in every bottle, and that's kind of like their little brewery thing. So, what do we have? We have just a standard pint glass that I'm going to be drinking this out of today. It's going to be kind of a laid-back review. I promise you this beer is not going to be anything crazy. But without further ado, let's get the cap off of it here. We can get this beer on tap at like almost every bar here. So that's pretty cool. Straight out of the glass, it is kind of just a coppery, amberish yellow color. Forms a decent little half finger of just bright white soapy head. Not many bubbles streaming up to the top to reinforce the head, so it probably won't stay around for very long. And into the light, it is indeed just kind of a light. It looks like apple juice. That's what I would say it looks like, is apple juice. Very filtered, very filtered and clear color on this beer. So let's give it a smell. Hops. Not many. Beery beer smell. Kind of what you expect from a more laid back sort of pale ale. Not too terribly much going on, honestly. It's just kind of like a beery beer smell. Slight hop presence, a little bit of malt presence. And that's pretty much it. So let's see how it performs with the taste. Not bad. It's got a nice little light sweetness to it. Up front, it's very sweet, crisp, and clean. And that would be probably the hops. But it very quickly develops into a more malty beer in the back. It almost has the aftertaste of popcorn. No joke. Especially on the exhale, you get that kind of popcorny sort of taste from this beer, which isn't a bad thing. It's kind of a weird way to describe it, but that's how it tastes. It's a damn fine session beer. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. It's definitely nothing to write home about. But it's a good session beer. I think if you're wanting something you can throw back a lot of, or throughout the day, drink a 12-pack of throughout the day, you know, if you're working on your car or something, or mowing the lawn, it'll do it for you. As far as like a standalone beer to just sit there and sip and savor and enjoy, not that kind of beer. It would pair well with pretty much any food because it's very thirst quenching and refreshing. But it is not a beer that you would just sit there and do a review on. So as far as the rating goes, it's solid. I would give it like a 7, maybe like a 6.8 to a 7 out of 10. For what it is, it does its job well. And that is a very sessionable and drinkable, high quality session pale ale. So, that sounds like it would appeal to you. Go pick up a 6 or a 12 pack or whatever. They always include these in the seasonal samplers. Kind of like how Samuel Adams always has their Boston Lager. This is the Boston Lager of Magic Hat, pretty much. So anyway, we start off with the most kind of boring one, but we're going to move into much more interesting stuff in the next review, so stay tuned for it. And as always, hope you guys enjoyed the review.